Hello. In this video, I'll show you the exact email strategy I've used with my brand Eve Curls to have done over 117,000 euros in revenue in one single day. As you can see here on the screenshot, we've done this amount of revenue on the May 5th of 2025. And I've done this with my brand Eve Curls. Here you can see our Trustpilot reviews. We've over 2,500 reviews. This is our website. Here you can see a nice picture of my mother, my brother, and I that we have launched this brand together. And here's a quick overview of our Shopify dashboard. As you can see, we've done more than 4 million euros in revenue in the last 365 days. So as you can see, this video is coming from a real brand owner. So keep watching, as I'm sure that you will get a ton of value by watching this video. And before we start, make sure to join my free school community, because there's nothing like this in this space. It consists of a full-blown course covering all topics, not just marketing, but also finance, supply chain, is managing your team, everything you can think of. It contains all templates which we use with our own brand Eve Curls. We have weekly Q&As and just a community of like-minded people. So it contains basically everything you need to launch and scale your brand to 7 figures for free. And it is called Brand Elevate, and the link is in the description. So with that said, let's get into the video. So first of all, what is email marketing? Email marketing is basically a way in which you are sending out emails to your customers or to your potential customers for free, because running ads costs money. However, don't forget, it is very important to grow your brand. So you need to run ads, you need to reach new people, but it costs money, and real profit is made through email, because what you can do is you can pay money to Meta to find and reach a lot of new people. But then once they land on your website, you can have a sign up form saying hey, do you want 10% off or something on your first order? And by offering something like that, you can capture their email, and now you have their email and you can retarget people who, for example, haven't bought your product for free. You can reach them for free. And or also another way which you can capture people's emails when they have bought, because when they have bought, they filled in their information, and now you also have their email, and now you can also reach them for free. If you have maybe a new product or something else you want to tell them, you can send them out an email whenever you want and about whatever you want. So yeah, it is so valuable because you own this list, and this is what makes a brand really, really valuable. So email marketing is basically a free communication method with your customers or your potential customers, which really builds on top of your paid advertising efforts. So make sure to not sleep on this, as this is where the real profits are made. And with our own brand Eve Curls, we are using the tool Klaviyo if you're interested. So I'm not affiliated with them or anything, but I just thought if you're interested in that, we are using this tool. It worked very well for us, and it's basically an email marketing software tool for e-commerce brands. But I have no discount code or nothing. It's just a program which I use and which I wanted to share with you guys. So then, to continue, how does email marketing work? Well, email marketing, you can basically split it into 2 categories. Category 1 is flows, and category 2 is campaigns. So flows are things which you set up once and then they run on autopilot. And these work great as free retargeting tools. So you have different types of flows. For example, you can have a welcome flow, an embedded cart flow, a win-back flow, a review flow, or many, basically anything you can think of which you want to automate, that you can make a flow for it. But these are really one of the more important ones. And a welcome flow, for example, is when you've paid to reach someone and they landed on your website and they filled in their email, but they haven't bought yet. Then they enter the welcome flow. This can be, for example, a 2-week sequence where every 3 days you send them a new email giving more information about your brand, such as when you've already captured their email, you can now reach them in a 2-week period for free with more information, more things to convince them to buy, and for one reason, just for them to make the purchase. Another important flow, for example, is an embedded cart flow. So it could be that someone has landed on your website, they have also already put in their email, but now these people have also added a product to their cart. So then you could make a special flow for these people, because these people are very, very warm. They have not just landed on your website and filled in their email, but they've even added a product to your cart. This means that they were almost ready to buy. So you need to communicate to these people in a different way. So you could make a special flow for them called an abandoned cart flow. And then you have many different flows. For example, a win-back flow, which is a flow which you could make that if usually your product lasts for around 2 months, then if they haven't come back in 2 or 3 months, you can send them an email. Hey, why didn't you come back? Please. Maybe some reminder about how good your product is. And then if they still haven't bought after this email, you can send them maybe a discount code. Are you sure that you're not coming back because we have this special discount code for you with 10% discount. Like, you can be as creative as you want, but that is something you can set up to really retarget your existing customers who haven't come back yet. Like, these are all things that you can set up. So that is like one big fundamental part of your email marketing. So that is the flow part. And so these are things that you set up once and then you run it on autopilot and then you don't have to touch it anymore. Well, of course, like, you try to optimize your flows, but in theory, like, it's set up once and then you don't touch it anymore. And then the other big part is the campaigns. So campaigns are one-time emails. So what you want to do is you want to send out basically 2 to 3 emails per week. So these are emails which are running next to your automatic flows and you send this out to your email list. However, make sure to not spam discounts. If you're sending 2-3 emails per week, don't send 2-3 discount emails per week telling people, hey, buy today with a discount, because people will be trained to only buy when they receive such an email. So what you do, you can send out lots of different emails. For example, like emails about highlighting reviews, highlighting benefits, highlighting products, or maybe talking about your company story, or maybe a more educational email, like in a blog style email where you give a lot of value for like just educational information. And so these are like non-discount emails. And maybe you can be creative, come up with different emails you can send as well. And then you also have discount emails. The discount emails are emails where you mention some kind of discount. So you can, for example, have like a small discount. So that is the distinction which we make. That is a small discount and these big sale periods, like for example a Black Friday period. And what we try to do, and what I would advise you as well, is to only really have like one sale moment per month, and it can be a small one or a big one, and all the other emails to fill it up with with non-discount emails. So like, it could be that a discount moment contains multiple emails, don't get me wrong, but just make sure to not only send discount emails. Mostly focus on these non-discount emails, because I'm sure if your product is good and people want to buy your product, actually they will buy either way if they don't have a discount or not. You just need to have discount occasionally just to push these people right over the edge. We just need this a bit more of convincing. So now I've explained the basics of email marketing. So you have your flows and you have your campaigns. And now I will go over the golden email strategy. This is the same strategy which we use with our own brand, Eve Curls. So first of all, you need to set up your flows that run on autopilot. Most important is the welcome flow, an abandoned cart flow, like a post-purchase flow, which is basically like a flow right after people have bought, and maybe you send them like information about your product. This is really to reduce buyer remorse, and that means that people have just spent money on you, and you need to make sure that they don't regret it. So like, you need to give them more information and just let them know that they've made the best decision of their life. So it can be a quick thank you from the founder, some more information about your product, just to make them excited to use your product. And then you need to have a review flow as well. This is very valuable. Just having something set up on autopilot which captures reviews on an ongoing basis, because these reviews will really help with just making your brand more trustworthy. And a win back flow is also very, very important, just to win back customers who have not come back when you've expected them to come back. And because some of these customers, they maybe just needed some extra push with just a reminder, just maybe a simple reminder, or maybe even a discount. These are the flows which I would set up for sure. You can set up any other flow as well, but these are the flows which I would say are most important. And next to that, you want to have your campaign strategy. So as I said, send 2 to 3 emails per week, and most of them should be non-discount emails. But besides that, you should have one discount moment every single month. And of these discount moments, you want to have 4 big sale moments. So what I mean with like a small sale moment, that means, for example, like a 10% off this weekend or free shipping over this weekend. And a big sale moment is like where you say in loud words, your whole website is branded and is like summer sale for the entire week, 20% off on everything, or Black Friday, buy one, get one free. Like these very big offers where you're screaming sale, sale, sale. Only try to do it like 4 times per year, because if you do it more than 4 times, that is when you really start training your customers just to wait on these moments. If you do it every month, for example, and they won't even buy anymore in any other period. So you need to watch out with that. So an example, what you could do is, for example, this structure. Like in January, you could, for example, have a small sale moment, which is like a free shipping weekend. And in February, you could have a big Valentine's Day sale, 20% off. And in March, you could have a 10% off in a specific weekend weekend. And in April, you have maybe another small offer where you say free small gift with each order. And then in May, you have maybe a buy one, get one free offer. So this is like a very big sale moment. And then in June, you maybe have like another sale moment. This is also very interesting. Maybe you can say to your email list that you refund 5 people. And the very interesting thing about this is that these refunds, like let's say if you're getting hundreds of orders per day, let's say you get 200 orders in one day. And if you refund 5 people, that is only 2.5% of your 200 orders. So you give up much less margin than giving away, for example, 10% discount. But people see it as a great chance to buy. So this is something which works very, very well while keeping your margin. Another one could be then in July is like a 10% off on all orders over 50 euros. And then in August, you could have like a summer sale, 20% off, like a big sale. Like I hope you get what I mean, that you see these 4 big sale moments like every 3 months. And in between that, you just have these small sale moments. And these small sale moments, I would also only run them on email. Don't even really bother to run them on ads. And then during these big sale moments, or make ads for them, make emails for them, send lots of emails for them. And yeah, this a great way how you can just divide it all over the year and you can have a very successful email strategy. Because with this strategy, you don't train your customers to wait on sale periods. And sales works, but really don't spam it. Like you need to find the balance. So like this 4 months per year is what we found that works really, really well for us. However, so when you do a sale, like make sure everyone knows. So send more emails, like make special ads for it. Send reminders like on the last days and like a reminder, the 24 hours last, like last chance. Also make ads where you state last chance today, like really build on the urgency, because that is how we did 117,000 euros per day, just by having an amazing offer and a real urgency. Because what we did with our brand on this day, on the 5th of May, what you can see here in the top of the video, we were running a buy one, get one free offer. And as I said, we only have 4 big sale moments each year. So in the beginning, we even build up hype. We let people know tomorrow our big sale is gonna start. And then people saw the sale. It was the best offer ever. And they know the sale was really happening only this week, and afterwards there won't be a sale anymore anytime soon. So that's why a lot of people are taking action. And you need to build on this urgency. And it shouldn't be fake urgency, because your customers, like if you want to build a real sustainable brand, people are gonna remember how many sales you've done, how often you do sales. So build real urgency and have these sale moments, but not too often. And that's how you make a lot of money with email marketing, by just having your flow set up, sending 2 to 3 emails per week, 1 sale moment per month. And of these sale moments, 4 per year are big ones, other ones are just small ones which you run an email. And make sure once you do a sale that everyone knows. And as I said again in the beginning of this video, make sure to join my free school community, as there's really nothing like this in this space. And we have a full-blown course, all templates which we use with our brand Eve Curls, weekly Q&As, and just a community of like-minded people. So it is really everything you need to launch and scale your brand to 7 figures for free. And it is called Brand Elevate. The link is in the description, so make sure to check it out. And if you have any other suggestions for future videos, make sure to comment it, and also like and subscribe. And I'm sure that I'll see you in the next video.